everyone. In this class, we are going to learn a type of elimination reaction called as dehydrohalogenation, where D stands for removal or elimination. So something has to be eliminated from the reaction. What should be eliminated? Dehydrohalogenation. So that means one of the hydrogen and one atom of halogen has to be removed from the reaction. But for this reaction to take place, there is a condition. All types of alkyl halides will not show this reaction, but only those alkyl halides which have at least one beta hydrogen atom. There should be at least one beta hydrogen atom present in the alkyl halide. So now what is this beta hydrogen in the alkyl halide? Let us take some random example of alkyl halide like this. Okay. So I have written a structure of alkyl halide. Some groups may be attached over here, but right now what we require is only this part. Now we label the carbon atom to which halogen is attached as alpha carbon. The halogen is present over here X, and this halogen is attached to this particular carbon. So we call this carbon as alpha carbon, and the carbon next to alpha carbon is called as beta carbon. So now right now we are not worried what is attached on other side. In this example we are just trying to understand what is alpha carbon, what is beta carbon, and what is beta hydrogen, and how that elimination reaction takes place. So the carbon to which halogen is attached is alpha, and the next carbon has to be beta carbon atom. Now, when such kind of alkyl halides, the alkyl halides which have at least one beta carbon atom, are boiled with alcoholic KOH. When they are boiled with alcoholic KOH, what is going to happen is one hydrogen atom will be removed and one halogen atom will be removed. So here you can see there is one halogen atom, so this halogen atom has to be removed from the reactant, and along with that one beta hydrogen will be removed. So what should be a beta hydrogen? Hydrogen attached to the beta carbon has to be beta hydrogen. So this is our beta carbon, and this particular hydrogen is attached to the beta carbon. So therefore this hydrogen will also be removed. Now this K, out of this KOH, this OH minus part, this OH part will react with H to form HOH, that means water, H2O. Now what is left? This K and this X will react to form KX. Both the atoms will be removed, but this K will react with X to form KX, and this OH will react with H to form H2O. But these are our byproduct. What has to be our main product? So for the main product, we will write the entire structure except this hydrogen and this halogen, because these two hydrogen and halogens are gone from the reactant. So let us write everything what is left except hydrogen and halogen. This is what is left along with KX and H2O. But something is missing. Something is incomplete over here. What is incomplete over here? The valencies of the carbon atom are not satisfied. You all know that the carbon is tetravalent. That means there has to be 4 bonds around each carbon. But now let us look at this carbon. Around this carbon there are only 3 bonds. 1, 2 and 3. Only 3 bonds around the carbon. Similarly, there are only 3 bonds around the next carbon. So one of the bond is missing in case of both both the carbon atoms. So what is going to happen is there will be a formation of double bond between two carbon atoms. Which two carbon atoms? Alpha carbon and beta carbon. The double bond will be formed between alpha carbon and beta carbon and not between any other carbon atoms. Now, which structure is this? What is the product that we have obtained over here? It is nothing but alkene. So this is how we can obtain alkene, beginning with the alkyl halide. But which type of alkyl halide? The alkyl halide which has got at least one beta carbon atom. Now, this reaction is also called as beta elimination reaction. Why it is called as beta elimination reaction? Because the hydrogen atom from the beta carbon is removed, so therefore it is beta elimination. Now, if we number this carbon atom as the first carbon, then the beta carbon is the second carbon atom. So, the atoms or groups of atom attached to the first carbon and the second carbon are removed. We can say the atoms or groups of atoms from the adjacent carbon atoms are removed. So, therefore, this reaction is also called as 1,2 elimination reaction. Okay. Now, this does not necessarily mean that this carbon has to be first carbon. It depends upon which groups are attached over here. But for time being, if we assume this as the first, or if we assume alpha carbon atom as the first, then the beta becomes second, and from both the carbon atoms, one of the atom is removed. So therefore, the name is 1,2 elimination reaction. Now let us understand this reaction with a simple example. So let us start with the simplest example of two carbon atoms. So let us take the example of bromoethane. CH3CH2Br is bromoethane. Now if you are confident enough to write down the product of the reaction, it is absolutely okay to write down the structure. It is fantastic if you can write down the structure like this and complete with the reaction. But if you are not confident enough, then what you are supposed to do is, you are supposed to write the detailed structure of bromoethane like this. Do not go for the condensed formula. Write the structure like this. Bromoethane, so there has to be two carbon atoms. So let us first draw two carbon atoms. While drawing any structure, you have to first draw both the or all the carbon atoms. And I have drawn a single bond over here because we are talking about ethane, A-N-E, that means all the bonds are single bonds. Then we will draw 4 bonds around each carbon atom. Now we are talking about bromoethane. So out of the 2 carbon atom, one of the carbon atom should have bromine. So I am writing bromine over here. It is absolutely okay if you write down bromine on this carbon. But right now I am writing bromine on this carbon over here. Okay. Now what about other valencies? All other valencies will be fulfilled by hydrogen. So we will write hydrogen everywhere, which is nothing but this part over here is CH3. Then this part is CH2, single bond Br. Okay. So you can write either of the structures. If you are confident enough, go for the condensed formula. If you are not, then write down the structure like this. Now, for the simplicity of understanding, I will change the position of this hydrogen and bromine like this. Remember that both the structures are correct. I have written the structure like this. only for the purpose of understanding. Now what are we going to do? We are going to boil this bromoethane with alcoholic KOH. Now, when you write down the product, the first step is to mark the alpha carbon atom. So, bromine atom is attached to this carbon atom. So, let us mark this carbon atom as alpha carbon atom. This is our alpha carbon atom, and the carbon adjacent to the alpha carbon has to be beta carbon. So, the carbon next to this carbon is this carbon. So, this becomes our beta carbon. Now, what is going to get removed? What will be removed from alpha carbon? Halogen will be removed from alpha carbon. And what will be removed from beta carbon? Hydrogen will be removed. So, this Br will react with K to form KBr, and this hydrogen, basically Br and H, both will be eliminated to form our byproducts. But what will be our main product? So to write down the main product, we will write the entire structure, we will copy the entire structure, but we will not draw H and Br because H and Br are already gone. Now, if you are unable to write down the product, what you can do is you copy this as it is over here. We have copied the reactant as it is, but we know that from the reactant, the bromine is gone and the hydrogen is also gone. So this is how you erase Br and H. And now what is going to happen? There will be a formation of double bond between alpha and beta carbon to satisfy the valency. Now if you look at each and every carbon atom, each carbon atom is now tetravalent. Plus, what are our byproducts over here? K, Br plus H2O. So, if we begin with bromoethane, we will end up having ethene as the product. Now let us understand this with one more example of bromopropane. We will start with bromopropane now. So instead of 2 carbon atoms, now we should have 3 carbon atoms. So let us make the change here itself. Now there can be 2 isomers over here. That means Br can be attached to the first carbon atom or Br can be attached to the second carbon atom. If you take any of the examples, the product has to be same. Okay. And we will fill remaining valencies with hydrogen. The name of the structure over here has to be 2-bromopropane. How? If we start numbering the carbon atoms, from which side we should start? From either of the sides, there is going to be no problem. If you start from this side, say from left side, the bromine will have second position. If you start from the right side, then also bromine will have second position. So therefore, you can start numbering the carbon atoms from any side, and the name of this structure is going to be 2-bromopropane. Plus alcoholic KOH. Now our byproducts are going to be same, KBr plus H2O. There will be the change in our main product. So what is going to happen? The first step to solve this reaction is to mark the alpha carbon atom. So bromine is attached to this middle carbon atom, the second carbon atom. So we mark this as alpha carbon atom. Then which one has to be beta? One carbon on the right can also be beta. One on the left can also be beta. So which one of the two according to you has to be beta? Correct. Both of them can be beta, and if I mark this as beta or if I mark this carbon as beta, it is going to make no difference. It is going to be the same. The product is going to be the same because the bromine is exactly attached to the middle carbon. So both of the carbon atoms can be marked as beta, and if you carry out the reaction, the product is going to be same. So now what is going to happen? Then we will mark what is going to get eliminated from alpha carbon. There will be elimination of bromine, and from beta carbon one of the hydrogen will be removed. It is not necessary that this hydrogen has to be removed, like there can be any other hydrogen, and this or this hydrogen can also be removed. So it is okay if you mark any of the hydrogen to be removed. The structure is going to be same. So now while writing the product, what are we going to do? We will copy the entire structure without bromine and hydrogen, or else what you can do, you copy the structure as it is and later on erase this Br and H, because this Br and H is already eliminated. Whichever way you are comfortable, you solve the reaction by that method. So right now what I am going to do is, I am going to copy the remaining structure except Br and hydrogen. Then what is going to happen at the end? There will be a formation of double bond. After removal, क्या होगा? There will be a formation of double bond. Where the double bond between alpha carbon and beta carbon. So this one is the alpha carbon, this one is the beta carbon. So between two carbon there has to be a formation of double bond. If you want to write down the condensed structure, how you can write? You can write this at CH3. This part is CH3. Then after CH3 we have a single bond. So CH3 single bond. Then here we have CH. After CH we have double bond to CH. Double bond, and later on we have CH2. After double bond we have CH2, so we will write double bond CH2. So the structure that we have obtained over here is propene plus KBr plus H2O. So in this video we have learned about the dehydrohalogenation reactions of alkyl halides which has got only one beta carbon atom. But now in the next video we will see what is going to happen if the structure has got more than one beta carbon atom. Thank you so much for watching.